Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's your man, Eric Wilson. I am back at Rafferty's Treehouse, and look who decided to come visit me. My man, Alec Fleming, Florida Sun Review. Brother, it is so good to see you, man.
It is a pleasure.
What are you repping over here? What is this?
I'm sorry, this is Chronic Tacos.
Okay, where are they?
Based out of California, they got a brand new shop in Orlando, Florida, off of Sand Lake.
Okay.
Right down the street from Restaurant Row.
Yeah.
Quality, not quantity.
Okay.
Carnitas, El Pastor, steak, chicken. It's ridiculous.
Yesterday was Taco Tuesday. Today is about 50-cent Wing Wednesday here at the Treehouse, Rafferty Treehouse, 1888 Main Street, beautiful downtown Sarasota. Make sure you come check them out. Say what's up to my girl Brittany, who's working the Treehouse Bar. But let's get into it, ladies and gentlemen, because even though the Magic are out of the playoffs, basketball is still going. And can we talk about what we saw with the Toronto Raptors versus the Philadelphia 76ers? The series is tied now 1-1.
Right.
So, but we do have to talk about the rise of a man that you and I had the pleasure of speaking with, and that was Pascal Siakam. This brother is truly the up and coming. We told you about this guy. Remember the name, because he's going to be a superstar.
I remember saying something about this game 3, and I got on your nerves about it.
Just a little bit.
So for you millennials, do your homework. This man reminds me of a Scottie Pippen.
Wow, that's high praise.
That is high praise. And I need to be careful with that, but
Yes.
It all depends if he keeps Jordan. Kawhi Leonard is a superstar in Toronto. We're not questioning that. We're not asking that. And you saw game 1.
I did.
The man was unstoppable. What did he do game 2? He almost brought him back from a deficit. The key to that, though, was Pascal Siakam's 21.
Yes.
Every Batman needs a Robin. 6'9", lengthy, man out of New Mexico State with the jumper and has a good inside game. Pascal's going to be a star regardless if Toronto keeps Kawhi Leonard. If Kawhi stays, problems in the East.
Okay, so what we're basically saying, based on what your analysis is that Toronto has become the new #1 in the Eastern Conference.
People may not know it yet, but after Boston gets rid of Milwaukee after 5 or 6 games.
Oh, you really think Boston and Milwaukee, Boston's going to be the victor? You do realize there's a young man playing on Milwaukee by the name of Giannis.
Absolutely.
So, but you're still saying Kyrie and all the handles, Gordon Hayward and all them boys are going to be able to stop the Milwaukee Bucks?
The Greek Freak is doing his thing, but he's not the issue. The key in Milwaukee is Malcolm Brogdon. They shot lights out in the third quarter last night and went on a 28-2 run.
Okay.
But that's not going to be consistent. Boston already got the split. You know how I feel about the split.
Yes. Yeah.
Any team traveling on the road in the playoffs, all you're looking for is the split.
That's it.
They got that game 1.
Okay.
Kyrie Irving didn't have a good shooting night. Jason Tatum only had 5 points. He only had 5 points, ladies and gentlemen. Marquise Morris was your best player, and he shot 3 for 4 from the three-point line. Marquise Morris is your leading three-point shooter?
Okay, but hold on. This is just one game. You already know that Milwaukee's going to find a way to get back what is theirs, which is home court.
I agree with you, but yet here's the problem. Take away Middleton.
Okay.
Take away Bledsoe.
All right.
You just took away 50 points. How many did Giannis have? 29.
All right.
You have 3 players scoring dominantly 80% of the points for the Milwaukee Bucks. Now, they scored 123 last night, but with 29, 28, and 21, that's what, how's my math?
57 plus 21,
78
points?
Yeah, out of 123. Where's your bench?
Ooh.
That's right, you don't have one.
Oh.
You're missing Malcolm Brogdon.
Are you tired of digging a knife into this team? What are you doing over here?
If you're gonna cut, make sure it's sharp.
Okay. All right, speaking of cutting, can we talk about Golden State for a minute?
Ooh, wee. This series is over.
Really?
This series is over.
Before it even started?
Okay, look. Game 1, Houston got robbed.
Yes.
Game 1, Houston got robbed. A lot of bad calls. Harden should have been on the free throw line a lot.
Not that last one, though. That last one where he kicked his feet out, I'm going to tell you right now. That one was a flagrant one on him, and I don't appreciate, you know, I am very...
Say what it is.
Let me just say this. I do not blame the refs for a lot of things. But when your history has shown that every time you ref a particular team's game, they lose, that speaks to something. I don't know if it's gambling. I don't know if it's the fact that you just don't like the people on the team. Somebody tried to date your mother, father, sister, daughter. I don't know, and it didn't work out. What I'm saying to you is, when you a ref, you have to be unbiased 100% of the time.
It kind of reminds me of Jim O'Donnell and Clyde Drexler.
Yeah.
Kinda.
A little bit.
But okay, game 1 and game 2 are two completely different scenarios. That shouldn't have been an ejection for Chris Paul at the end because
Shouldn't have.
he was fouled. Steph Curry should have fouled out twice. He had 5 fouls and they didn't call a foul in a minute 10 seconds off of 2 fouls. So yes, game 1, Houston was robbed.
Okay.
Game 2, they got outplayed. Iggy finally showed up and showed people, hey, remember me from Philadelphia?
No.
I'm the man too.
No.
Draymond Green had 15 points because they were leaving him wide open, daring him to shoot.
And he did it.
Exactly. And you already have the problems with Durant, Curry, and Klay Thompson. You can't think about the referee and Scott Foster when you're on the road in Golden State where you're 1-9 in the playoffs historically.
All right. I'm not sold yet. I believe that Houston will find a way to make this a series. This series to me is not over. It might be over for you, but it ain't over for me.
You're missing Trevor Ariza and Lou Williams.
You don't need Trevor Ariza.
When you had Trevor Ariza and Lou Williams, remember you were 1-2 games away from getting rid of this team last year.
Whatever. You don't need it. Chris Paul is back. Him and Harden are going to make noise. This will be a series. I'm still saying that Golden State will eventually be the victor, but it's not going to be over as quick as Alex thinks it's going to be over.
Only prolonging the inevitable.
Whatever. All right, let's switch over to the NFL draft. And there's been a lot of talk, and Alex, I have not had a chance to talk to you. So, you are the New York Football Giants.
Ooh, oh, really? Okay. This is
you are the number 6th. You have the number 6th overall pick in the first round.
Oh.
There is a plethora of talent at your disposal. We already know that Kyler Murray's gone. You already know that Nick Bosa's gone. Quinnen Williams is gone. A guy by the name of Farrell is gone. He's gone to Oakland. So, number 5 rolls around, and I'm sorry, I don't know who you are.
Devin White, LSU?
Oh, he went to Tampa.
Devin White, LSU went to Tampa.
You know
That's
me.
down the street.
Yeah, I know. Me and the Buck fans, we got problems because they beat up on Philly last year. But anyhow, so now number 6 shows up, and you're the New York Football Giants. And what do? Dwayne Haskins is there for you to take, but you go out and get a quarterback from Duke called Daniel Jones. Mr. Jones is now basically Eli 2.0. When you could have had Dwayne Haskins.
I'm going to stay professional and not make this personal or make this any type of political way.
All right.
I'm going to approach this the analyst way, and then I'll get political.
Fine.
Analyst-wise.
Sure.
You could have had Drew Lock. You could have had the real steal of the draft in Will Grier out of West Virginia.
Okay.
Better yet, if you're not going to get a quarterback and keep Eli, why did you pass on Josh Allen? That could have helped your defense and especially your linebacker core. And is there any question that he was the best player available?
Okay, can I ask one more question? Why didn't you take somebody on the offensive side of the ball, the offensive line, to protect Eli, since basically you feel that he's going to be your guy for at least the next 2 years?
Either or. There's a lot of questions and ramifications when it comes to the 6th pick. I wouldn't have passed up on Josh Allen, number 1.
No one would have.
Number 2, if I was going to pass up on Josh Allen and I wasn't going to get Dwayne Haskins, I would not have gotten Daniel Jones. Number 3, if you don't get Dwayne Haskins and you don't get Josh Allen, get offensive linemen.
Yes.
Jonah Williams was available. He went to Cincinnati. Cody Ford was available. Fixed the guard position. Jawan Taylor, Florida, right down the street. Tackle. You could have gotten him and just fixed the offensive line issues so that way Saquon Barkley will have bigger holes to run through and become probably the best back in football. It's still Ezekiel Elliott. But Saquon's nasty. Point being.
You realize Ezekiel plays for the team that I can't stand, and I'm going to have to kick you off this show.
The truth hurts. Zeke is the leading rusher his first and third year. Probably would have been the leading rusher his second year if he didn't have to deal with the suspension. Truth hurts. Truth hurts. But with that being said, I digress. Now, let me take it another way.
Sure.
Dwayne Haskins had 50 touchdowns, 4,831 yards passing for the Ohio State Buckeyes.
Yeah.
The ACC and Big Ten are two completely different conferences. If you take away Clemson and Florida State, I'll give you Florida State. Big Ten, top to bottom, plays tougher and better competition. That's why they're always beating up each other.
I've always said that.
So if you're playing against tougher competition, but your excuse is you have 4 or 5-star recruits, you have to complete those passes to those 4 and 5-star recruits. You have to have improvisation with the football. You have to have deep ball accuracy, which some Haskins actually has.
Yeah.
You have to be able to take sacks. You have to be durable. And he's not a running quarterback or that model or mold that you try to put certain quarterbacks in. He's not the mobile running quarterback. He's a pocket passer. So if I had 4,831 yards passing
In one season.
with 50 touchdowns
In one season.
compared to your 8,201 yards passing
In 3 seasons.
and 54 touchdowns,
In 3 seasons. 2 to 3 seasons.
what exactly makes you better than me?
I think what it is, and this is something that we discussed on my show, shameless plug, The Sports Arena, every Saturday from 11 a.m. till noon on WKII 1070 The Zone. It's the fact that the head coach for Duke football has worked with the Mannings and is a part of their Manning training camp that they do. So, he's the head coach of Duke. Daniel Jones, quarterback of Duke. He gonna nudge his boy and say, hey, take a look at my guy. What do you think? What do you fit the system? Is it possible, or what do I need to do to make him ready for not just the NFL, but make him ready for the New York Giants?
Okay, first and foremost, Daniel Jones averaged 6 yards an attempt.
Okay.
Although he might have been throwing to CEOs and accountants, they had horrible numbers. You got blown out by 50 plus points to Wake Forest. Not even Clemson. Wake Forest. Wake Forest.
Okay, I get it.
And isn't Duke a basketball school? If you're going to take somebody at the number 6 pick, wouldn't it be a basketball player?
So, but Zion Williamson wasn't available at that time.
I guess not. Lo and behold, there's a lot of ways that we can take it, but we don't need to take it because we got the numbers on our side.
Yes.
New York made a bad decision.
Oh, yeah.
And now you're going to have to face Haskins not once but twice in that division every year. You know that Haskins just got the number 7 from Joe Theismann today.
Yeah.
He got permission, right?
Yeah.
I see this being quite saucy on who is going to be the second fiddle in the NFC East because I do predict Dallas to go 11-5 this year.
What?
Look at the schedule.
I looked at the schedule. I looked at all 32 teams. I expect to look at the NFC East. I'm in the NFC East.
Yeah, Philadelphia Eagles.
Yes.
You seen your schedule?
Yes.
I feel sorry for you.
What?
Yeah, it's going to be rough.
You got to be out your... Let me just say this when it comes to the reigning defending 2017 world champion Philadelphia Eagles. If you think the Dallas Cowboys are going to go 11-5 and win that division, I'll see you come January when they're hoping, wishing, and praying for a playoff spot. Meanwhile, we're sitting at the top of the division, rightfully so, where we belong, and we back on top of the mountain. That's fine. I'm going to save all that.
I'll bet you a smoothie. All right, this time, January 2020. Dallas Cowboys win the division?
No.
This man owes me a smoothie.
Fine. You can say whatever you want. Matter of fact, Alex, I want you back here, right here, Rafferty's Treehouse, August 24th for our preseason show. That's what I want. Because when we do our preseason show, when we break down every single one of the 32 teams in the NFL, I want you front and center when we start talking about the NFC East. That's what I want.
Oh, I'd love it. I'd love it.
Alex is coming back August 24th. Might be back before that. I might head over to Melbourne and hang out with him for a minute. Man, I love this brother. Florida Sun Review. He's also a blogger for the Oakland Raiders. Make sure you check him out. Great material. We are here at Rafferty's, where it is Wing Wednesday, 50-cent wings every single Wednesday, 1888 Main Street, beautiful downtown Sarasota. We will talk to y'all soon.
We're out.
Peace.